Welcome, Ultimate Hoops Nation. My name is Clive Daniel.
And I'm Rovonn Russell.
And this is week 3 of Ultimate Hoops Toronto. We're out here in Ajax, and today we have a special guest, Andrew Clark, representing the team from the Jacks. Is that right?
Yeah. Glad to be here. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Oh,
so let's talk.
Definitely. So over the last 3 weeks, we've seen your game and your play, and each week you keep on picking it up. Week 2, you had a big game. I think it was like 24 points, 22 rebounds, something like that. One of the top performance so far for the 3 weeks. How do you feel about the league, yourself, your team, and how things are going?
The league is I enjoy playing the league. The talent is a little bit lopsided in the league right now. Obviously it's the first season. My team could be better, but we're working with what we have. And we just hope to do something. We finally get a win maybe next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we can see that you're always fighting. Between last game and then week 2, you're fighting regardless if you're losing or you're still giving all your all, dropping buckets, getting rebounds, fighting down low, getting shots. So you're keeping it positive, and we'll see where the Jacks go at the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what I can because my team is not, like the Moose's team that has, all these scorers and rebounders and stuff. I think they're pretty stacked, so they have the advantage.
Yeah. Well, one thing I see with the Jacks, your team said you got shooters, you got inside. So I think it's once we go week 4, week 5, you're going to see the team chemistry start to pick up a bit. Some teams are weak in some positions as we're figuring out along the way. Mm-hmm. But definitely, you guys have some key pieces, and maybe it'll just turn over once again once you get all the players working on the same level.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get one more person, that'd be great. One more person on the roster that could, allow me to sub or do something. And I think that we can definitely turn it around. It's not like we're not that bad. It's just that we need one extra person. Working with 5 bodies a week, and that's a little bit tough on us.
Maybe we can go around in Lifetime and check out what recruits are out there. Do some recruiting.
I might use Mark Otto.
Mark Otto
to pick you up.
He's calling you out, Mark.
Need you.
Definitely. Yeah. So in terms of week 3, just to look over the score, you guys went down by 8 points. Lost to the Spartans, 74-60. Oh, by 10 points actually, 74-64. Mm-hmm. The Spartans are coming along. They have their young backcourt.
Not just coming along, they're a great team. they're like with the pickup of what's his name, Dehaney.
Yep, Brendan Dehaney.
Brendan Dehaney.
Yeah,
he's been playing in different ball leagues, right. So he's a really good player. So those 3 guys, King David, Tyrell, and Dehaney. Yeah, that's a great team. Yeah. So they can win some games if the rest of the guys can kind of do their own thing. Yeah. So they're not a slouching team.
Yeah, the guard game is really good. The guard is really good. Tyrell, he's our top point leader now.
Is he?
33 points. 33 points.
That's right. Yeah.
So he's really bringing it out. King David, he still contributed with points, some steals, assists.
He played aggressive game.
Yeah, aggressive game. So the Spartans are a pretty tough team to beat.
Yeah. So how about the big game of the night? It was the Moose against the Rain Man. Guys were talking, smack talking, things were going on. So the match actually came about. We had our talent here, Rovonn. He had to fill in for the Rain Man, giving them that support since they were down a couple guys. But overall, what I seen was the little man, big man matchup. Yeah. In the first half, actually, the Rain Man were leading. Mm-hmm. They were playing together, doing their things. Then you see slowly the communication barrier start to break down. The Moose just start to get into their heads.
Yeah, there was a little communication, frustration, regular kind of thing when you start to. The Moose are a kind of team that they're not a high scoring team, but they just kind of break you down. They're a lot harder to guard than they seem.
Oh yeah?
Well,
how do you feel? You played against them.
Basically, yeah, the Moose, more than their skill, their guys have a lot of talk, and they play an aggressive game. And they get in your head mentally, they'll tear your team apart, and that's what happened to Raymond. Their team got torn apart within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game. They were playing the blame game, and that's when they lost the game. Really, they had the talent to score. When they started blaming each other, that's when they lost the game. It's not that the Moose were that much better than them as far as talent.
Definitely, Justin was just a big problem down the middle.
Yeah,
he's just
you can't stop him. But you can do a hack-a-shack thing because honestly, he can't hit a free throw. So if you go that way, then you if you spread out your fouls amongst him, then you might hopefully contain him. But,
There you go, some inside hints of how to beat the Moose.
yeah.
For sure. And also Sienna had a big game too, with the outside shooting.
Great shooting.
I guess as the guys bang down low, Sienna just pops out in the corner. She does her thing, hits those shots when it's needed. One of our top ladies in the league, for sure.
All right, we have Adam Ellie here from the Moose. This was a big game coming into it, to the match actually. You against Rayman. Thank you for that. So you against Rayman. Came out firing those threes. You're on point today with your shots. Usually you're a facilitator, but you were hitting your shots today. What was the difference?
You know what? I know those guys are going to be back, but all that mattered was today's game and one possession at a time. No urgency, just one possession at a time.
And also Sienna, your backcourt mate. She was also hitting the three-pointers, the duos. Let me stand on this side. Yeah, they forgot about the female on the team. Great shooting today. Great job. Defense as well. And those guys decided they were going to leave you open, and you hit those open shots.
Tried. I hit some, so hopefully it gets better from here, but we'll see.
All right. Great. So another win for the Moose gang. They're 3-0 right now, looking undefeated. I'm not quite sure if there's a team out there that could beat them. Next up, I guess the guys are looking for the Monstars, right? There we go, Moose gang, bang, bang.
The next game of the night was the Monstars against the Six. The Monstars really had an easy time going through this game, winning at 52-37. The outside shooting still continuing to do their thing, and actually they have their coach that subs in, subs out, calls timeouts. They're starting to look real organized as a team. They really want this. What do you guys feel about the Monstars moving forward week 4 against that big matchup with the Moose?
Well, first we talk about the Six. The Six, they're a good team, but they just keep. The last 2 weeks
on paper,
but no, the last 2 weeks they got to overtime both games, end up losing. This game was their only, I would say, bad game. They had kind of like the Raymond, a little bit of a
dispute amongst each other,
and then also frustration. So, guys just gotta bring it together and just keep going strong. That's all it is. Drawn usually gets a lot more rebounds and points that he did. Didn't get too much. Anthony played pretty decent, so without them playing really well, it kind of hurt the Six.
I would disagree with you in saying that they've had 2 good games. I think that they haven't played well. I think that's why all their games have been so close. With what they have on their team with Anthony and Duran are very good, dominant players.
The reason I say that, who they played the first 2 games? Were they 2 tough teams?
Spartans. They had Spartans,
and
they had
the North, I think it was.
Okay.
So those 2 teams were not really strong teams compared to what we have in this league, and they could have done a lot better. They have to play a 2-man game. They have to run it through their big man, and they have to play with Anthony. And Anthony needs to stop shooting all those deep threes.
Yeah, he keeps shooting
because if
NBA
he keeps doing those
threes.
NBA threes, then they're gonna keep losing those games.
Yeah.
They got to use their big, and they got to work around. Everyone work around the 2 guys that they have on the team, and they can definitely get some wins because they have a good set of talent there.
Definitely, for sure. So I guess with the Monstars now, going against the Moose, how do you guys think that matchup looks, and what the outcome may or may not be? This is like a prediction.
Yeah, they're 2. There are 2 undefeated teams. They're both 2 different play styles, so it is interesting to see what will happen in that game. What do you think, Andrew?
I think that if the Monsters are going to stand a chance against the Moose, Kevin Allen's got to play an aggressive game, because Kevin Allen is a big guy, but he likes to shoot on the perimeter, do mid-range stuff. But it's not going to work against playing with the big man just in the middle, because he's going to score all those baskets in the middle, and then Kyle's going to obviously hone in on B on the perimeter on Dela Cruz. Then if those 2 guys are taken out of their game, we don't have much more to to finish the game. Not to take away credit from the other players on the Monstars, but if those 2 guys are not playing a physical game, then the Moose are definitely going to take that win easily.
Yeah, I think the Moose as well. Down low, when it comes to getting the boards and the putbacks, the one thing is you get the rebounds, you put it back, you're probably going to win the game. So if those threes are not dropping for the Monstars, it's going to be a long night for them. For sure. Well, we'll see what that matchup looks and turns out to be next week. We'll definitely inform you guys. Then our final game of the night was the North and the Storm, going to overtime again. You have the veteran players on the Storm with Stevie and Garth, holding the backcourt down. They had a big lead in the beginning.
Yeah.
The score in the first was like 18-8. I was surprised when I seen the actual the numbers. What?
We'll redo that.
What?
Because you said the Storm was Garth and the North.
Aren't they on the Storm?
No.
Oh.
Dom is the. Dom
Okay,
is the
okay.
North.
It doesn't matter. Because I'll
Dom
have,
is
I'll have
Storm,
footage in the way so I could just.
All right. So you started it.
Okay. The last game was probably the closest game of the night. Every other game was kind of a blowout, some games, but this was the most closest fight. The North versus Storm. They had the two veteran guards, Garth and Stevie. They really brought it together for their team, but at the end,
they couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it got to their heads after a while, but like I said in the beginning, they were up 18-8 in the first half.
Yeah.
They looked smooth. Maybe they felt too confident. Then the Storm just kept banging, get one bucket after another. That even in overtime, they scored a basket from Lanya Lewis. It was a big bucket for her. She wasn't even playing most of the second half, so she came in and did her thing. And she was coaching off the court as well, trying to rally her guys. You have Tingling, who continued to be the voice for the team and the inspiration that, does all the little dirty work that definitely kept them in the game and as they slowly climbed back into achieving the victory.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to check out that game. I actually took off before that game, but I heard about the game rate shot.
Yeah.
That game finished 40-38. North got the win.
All right, the Storm with a big victory today. Went to overtime, actually 3 weeks now, and we had overtime in each week. But it was the lady of the Storm, Lanya, with the big 2-point shot to end the game and win it for her team. How do you feel taking that big shot, and actually what made you take that shot?
I got to give it to my team. I'm just relied on my team to play defense and look for me for the shot. And, my team had confidence in me. We had confidence in each other. And, I had to take it from my team.
Great. It was a team effort, and it was coaching on the sideline as well, and, came in and did their thing. Proud of you guys and getting your second victory. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So looking towards the next week, any predictions?
Well, I'm looking forward to facing the Storm because there's actually a particular player on there that's been talking a lot of smack.
Oh yeah, who's this player?
This guy Dom.
Dom.
Yeah, the guy, pretty boy Dom. I'm gonna see you. We'll see where you are on the schedule.
Yeah, with the mouthpiece and all. Yeah, that should be an interesting matchup. Both you guys are athletic, like to drive, get at the basket. Going head to head, I think that'll be one of our, big plays to watch. Exactly who does what they do.
So looking at week 4, it seems that first game of the night is the game we've all been waiting for, the Moose versus the Monstars.
That'll happen at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So, let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then we have the Storm against the Six. Hopefully the Six can get their victory as they're close on achieving that.
Then we have the North versus the Jacks.
With
See what Jacks is going to do. How you going to do, Andrew?
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
You got the North. You got
my guys. Yeah.
You got Garth, and they don't have too much size, but they got
good team.
They
play
got
well together.
experience and everything. So
we won't slouch on them.
So what you're saying, going for that 30?
Well, hopefully, it's not really. It's about trying to get a win. Like whatever I can do. If I get 15 assists because somebody else is scoring, that'd be great. So
there you go. And our last game is the Rain Man against the Spartans. We'll see if Rovonn comes out and does this thing again next week.
Is he playing? Is he gonna play? Are you gonna play?
I don't know. It was a fill-in, so we'll see next week.
Who knows? Maybe I may lace him up.
You might hit a shot or something. That'd be my dad. I was disappointed in you yesterday, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to say thanks to Andrew Clark for joining us for this week's episode. Week to week, we'll have different guys coming in and explaining their point of the games and the league as we move forward. But for sure the league is taking off. We've got a lot of good feedbacks, good things moving forward into the spring season and how things will come about. But we appreciate you coming in today, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
Time out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And
what would you say what you think about the league right now?
I think the league is great. It's well organized, especially for the first season. there's a lot of good people playing in the league. A great attitude. We all have like a community of is being built around the players, and I really like it because bringing everybody closer together. And yeah, it's great. I think it's great. Thank you guys for organizing the league really well, and appreciate it.
And the one thing is, guys coming together. We have the WhatsApp group that guys are talking out here, and guys meeting each other outside of the game, and in spots, and it was very interesting. Yeah. I never thought that would happen, but it did. And,
we're all cool off the court. We're all cool off the court, but on the court we're not friends.
Yeah,
that's
no
what it comes down to.
Yeah. Exactly. I've seen Kyle wipe somebody out. That's how it goes. But afterward, everyone gets together and talk. So
it's good to know that the league is creating competitiveness, and then also help everyone bond, come together, do something together
within the community here out in Ajax for sure. All right, well, great. We'll tune in next week. Once again, like I said, thanks. Clive Daniel,
Rovonn Russell,
Andrew Clark.
There you go. Ultimate Hoops Nation. Peace.